Massive thanks to the mad lads and ladies supporting the channel. The doggos say thanks. Hey everyone, it's time for some more Monster Hunter, and today we're going to be hunting a classic, the Great Jaggy. For those of you who know anything about me and my channel, you know how much I absolutely love this fantastic, silly doggy dinosaur, and honestly, I cannot think of a better way to do like a little introduction of Portable Third than the Great Jaggy. I am very upset at how much it's been shafted, though. We got Velociprey back before we got the Great Jaggy back. Although, actually, now that I think about it, the Great Jaggy wasn't for you. But so was the Velocidrome. So I guess it doesn't really count. Still, even so, at least we got Jaggy and Jagia and Rai, so I guess that counts for something. But the Great Jaggy is well known in the Monster Hunter community for those who have fought it as being an arguably introductory, like better introductory monster than Velocidrome ever was. And probably even the best. I would say Great Macau is a close contender for like the best introductory monster. The way I'd probably put it is Great Jaggy, then Great Macau. Although Great Macau does have more mechanically speaking. I can't deny the fact that Great Macau, like mechanically speaking, does have the best introduction because it has like special moves and tails and just everything else. Whereas Great Jaggy, it's more of a I don't know. I really don't know how to word it. It's like a Great Macau strictly mechanics-based monster when it comes to, you know, an introductory monster. Great Jaggy, it's kind of more of a, I don't know, like an environmental storytelling sort of thing, where it actually, like, tells you about the monster and its role in the world and what it does and how it utilizes, you know, its pack to fight with it. Whereas the Great Macau, it's more of like an actual mechanically driven introductory monster, you know, with the tail mechanic where it like bounces up on its tail and stuff. Now, when it comes to the Great Jaggy, the most prominent thing about it really is the frill, and funny thing about it, so the Jaggy, the second largest forms of these Jaggy, they're all females, and the actual Jaggy, they're males. So I think the way it is the little Jaggies, they're the babies, and, you know, they're like the adolescents kind of growing up, and then once they actually properly grow up, they turn into the Great Jaggy, and then they go off and, like, start their own packs or something like that. I could be wrong, Oceans. If you're in the comments, please correct me with your infinite wealth of knowledge on all things Monster Hunter lore. Wow. Okay. I guess we'll probably hunt another monster while we're at it. That was pretty anticlimactic. Usually it takes about 5-10 minutes to be up the Great Jaggy if you have, like, decent gear. I'm thinking this person's using, like, a later game weapon. I'm not sure if they're from my Discord. If you are from my Discord, I think that actually is. Hello again, Maria. I believe I remember you from Monster Hunter 1. So, yeah, thank you for helping me out, and thank you for joining me. Oh, and of course, I'm gonna launch me. Go ahead, do launch. Where is it? There we go. Yeah! Of course, since it's not for you, it doesn't have the jumping attacks from the launches. However, yeah, Great Jaggy, I believe they're just larger, you know, fully grown male Jaggy. They find Jagia, make babies, and then that's where the Jaggy come from, the little runts. Even so, I think it's a real crying shame that the Great Jaggy never was able to come back into Monster Hunter, and I'm hoping, just like with, you know, Malfestio and with, what is it, Great Macau and Gammoth, I hope that they do get brought back eventually, because these are some amazing monsters that Capcom is sitting on, and the fact they haven't been brought back yet, it just upsets me. I know I was going on and on about that in the last video about the Malfestio, but even so, it's just, oh man, it's really just not great. It's really saddening, because Great Jaggy is one of my favorite monsters. It's just the simplicity of fighting him, the dog aspect in there, me being somebody who has dogs and loves dogs, you know, like a dog dinosaur. That is just such a fun and cool concept. And seeing the way he actually, like, interacts with his pack in the world, it's very, for lack of a better term, immersive. And just seeing a monster that's so organically integrated into the world isn't really something that you see a lot of in most other games. What I'm probably going to do is I'll probably show y'all an offshoot of the Great Jaggy called the Great Roggy. Now, this one actually is in Monster Hunter Rise, which makes no sense because the Great Roggy and the Great Baggy are in Monster Hunter Rise, but then they went and shafted Great Jaggy, and it's like, why, Capcom? Why would you do this? Why would you do any of this? They got Jaggy, they got Jagia, They got the Great Baggy, they got the Baggy, they got the Roggy, they got the Great Roggy, but no freaking Great Jaggy. And it's just such a shame because it is such a better introductory monster than the Great Azuchi ever will be. And it's also the fact that the Great Azuchi is also based off of the Great Jaggy, yeah. But okay, right. I was doing a little list earlier. I think the way I would word it is, or the way I'd set it out in terms of my favorite introductory monsters, it would be the Great Jaggy, then the Great Macau, then the Chatacabra, then the Great Jagras, and then the Velocidrome. I don't know if there's any other... Okay, well, there's the Great Azuchi. We'll probably put that above the Velocidrome. I wasn't really super fond on the Great Azuchi. I feel like it's kind of a... Well, then again, it does make sense for Rise because of how, like, flashy and fast-paced and, I guess, quote-unquote, anime it is. But the Great Azuchi felt, like, really fast-paced in terms of, like, what it was trying to show the player and get the player to do. So, I would say, yeah, the Great Azuchi does kind of make sense for Rise, but I wasn't really, like, a super big fan of it because I am somebody who does prefer... You know, the slower Monster Hunters. Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, or, you know, Portable Third. Like, this one, it's not, like, super flashy or anime or anything. It's a portable exclusive title, or at least it was at the time. It did get a Japanese release, but even so, also, I think the Great Roggy should be in, like, an Area 5 or Area 10. I'm not 100% sure, but... Oh. Or here. Yep, right here. So, let me just go ahead and paintball this guy real quick. Ow. Dick. But yeah, Great Roggy, his big thing is he's basically just a Great Jaggy with poison. And that's generally how his introductory monsters go. If they're all, like, similarly based on each other, they'll just usually, like, do the basic monster, but then they'll add an element to it or an element to it. Because, like, the Great Baggy, he has ice and sleep, so I guess he has an element and an element. Then the Great Roggy, he has poison. But besides that, he's basically just a Great Jaggy. Funny thing about the Great Roggy, his armor set is just a set of cowboy clothes, and I think that is absolutely adorable and hilarious. And in terms of the theming, I know that usually the monsters' weapons and armor are based off of their design, but I honestly don't see the cowboy aspect when it does come to the Roggy and Great Roggy, because it's like a poison frog. I don't know. It's very frog-like. So because of that, I don't really understand the cowboy theming, but at the same time, I don't question it because I do love it. I do just love the cowboy theme in general because it really is just adorable. Of course, with this being 3rd gen, we do have access to the upgraded moveset from 3 Ultimate and Tri. That came with 3rd gen, because I know 1st and 2nd gen. 2nd gen had like a couple of additions to sub-weapons, like you could, you know, use items with the shield out whenever you're playing Sword and Shield. However, and it's actually really weird in DOS, like whenever it first came out, you literally just press the item button because you still attack with the right analog stick. So if you tried to block and then use it, you would just block instead. And then it's also really weird because I'm used to pressing, you know, square to put the weapon away, whereas if you did it in DOS, you would literally just use the item with Sword and Shield out. And it's literally the only weapon in the game that applied to, because that was the addition to the Sword and Shield. But I know in Gen 3, they got, like, a much more substantial upgrade to the actual movesets, where they had that, like I said, from, what was it, my 3 Ultimate video with Purple Ludroth. Basically, you have the slash attack on the circle button, and then also if you hold the directional button, or the left analog stick while doing it, because this is on PSP. The analog stick, if you hold it in a direction while doing this, then you would do the that attack right there. Of course, using the subsurface scattering and the PSP colors and the texture pack, it does make this look quite good, but honestly, it's really weird. I think that, in my own personal opinion, the game actually looks better, Portable 2nd G, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, the Monster Hunter Freedom Unite Complete Edition with the, you know, the texture pack. Honestly, I feel like that looks better than this. I mean, not on an artistic level, but just in terms of, like, you know, fidelity and stuff. Which is a bit of a weird thing for me to say, I guess, because this is a later game, but I cannot hit the Great Roggy, because he's inside the zone transition area. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this time to use a new whetstone. But yeah, it is really weird. Like, this game is absolutely gorgeous. Even on its own merits on the PSP, it is super, super gorgeous. But it's really strange how, like, a single texture pack can really change it. And just to make it look as good as it is. And even so, if we were just comparing, you know, bells to bells, or what is it, bars to bars, I don't remember. If we're just comparing one game to another just based on how good it looks, I personally do prefer the look of this game over the look of Freedom Unite. Even though Freedom Unite does objectively look better in terms of, like, fidelity and stuff. But again, of course, I do have all the, you know, that really high fidelity texture pack on it. Honestly, I wouldn't really change much about this to begin with. I think it's really just the environments, because they do look a lot... Like, obviously, it's a PSP game, so it's not meant to be blown up to 4K like this, but... I think it's just the environments looking kind of blurry that does it for me. It's the same reason why I love Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, but I think 3 Ultimate looks way better than 4 Ultimate ever will. Artistically speaking, I think both have merits, but when it comes to just fidelity, even like at the base level, 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate both look amazing. And the reason why is because 3 Ultimate just has, you know, the better... 4 Ultimate just is a bit too saturated. So, I don't know. I really, really just like the way 3 Ultimate looks compared to 4 Ultimate. I am going to say, like, when it comes to Freedom Unite and Portable Third, Monster Hunter Portable Third is my, you know, my preferred game visually speaking. When it comes to, like, 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate, 3 Ultimates is, you know, 3rd gen again. It's still just my preferred way of seeing the game. Because 4 Ultimate, like, that starting area, it's just way too yellow, way too orange. I don't know. I don't really like it. Also, is that a Rajang Hammer? That might be a Rajang Hammer. That's actually pretty funny. That's actually really cool now that I think about it. The fact that it has, it like, grows the hair whenever you charge it up. Oh, the hair glows. Okay, so that actually might be a Rajang Hammer. That's really interesting. I actually didn't realize there's weapons with those sorts of effects in this game. So that's pretty cool to see. That sort of thing on a PSP game. It's really fun. That's really cool. But yeah, that's Monster Hunter Portable Third. I figured I'd just give you a little sneak peek before I get back to working on my trailer. Link to the description. Hey, check out a little trailer I'm making for Monster Hunter Wilds, if you don't want to be spoiled on Monster Hunter Wilds. There is a little bit of spoilers in it. But, like, the first minute and a half, maybe, before it actually, like, gets into the proper spoiler territory, it is all just Windward Plains. It's, like, the very first area, so... You know, if you've seen the trailers, you're not going to get spoiled on anything. And even then, you're not going to get spoiled on much. I'm going to say, if you want, either way, if you don't want to see spoilers, you don't have to see it. But it is something I worked over 12 hours on yesterday. I'm going to be working on for the rest of the week. So, yeah, I'm going to skedaddle for now. Thank you to Maria for helping me out. Oh, let me actually, where's Wave? There's Wave. Bye-bye. Thank you very much, Maria. I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or just listen to me yapping all the time. And leave a comment down below if you, I don't know, leave a comment down below on what you think about Great Jaggy not coming back, or even just your thoughts on Portable Third, because I absolutely, absolutely love this game. You know, just looking at it, like, this area compared to Poke Village, I would say, you know, fidelity speaking, this area does look better. So this is really where the texture pack shines. It's just like the wilderness area, sometimes they can look a little blurry. I don't know, but I'm not trying to complain. They still look amazing in their own right. And of course, here's my little cats. Hey there, little guys. But yeah, if you want to see more content like this, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Discord, linked in the description below. If you want to get tagged whenever I start these videos, and join me for them. And I'll tag you with the Monster Hunter role. Make sure you check the roles when you join the Discord. Use the roles, peoples! And, yeah, feel free to visit my Patreon and support the future of the channel if you're feeling generous enough. We're growing. We're getting new people. New people are supporting, new people are showing up, and I had my biggest stream ever yesterday, and I'm just... I don't know, I'm flabbergasted. I didn't think I would get this far, and just seeing how fast I'm growing now. Seeing how many people are showing up, all just for the love of Monster Hunter. Or even just to see me grow. And it's just like, all these people... Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm actually gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry yet. I'll cry when I get to 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, that said, thank everybody so much for watching. Before I get all emotional, I'm gonna leave now. Bye now.